So that is represented by this dotted line and this dotted line. If you look from here, these two holes will also not appear, hence these two holes are represented by two dotted lines drawn over here. Draw the center lines in all the views. Here circle is there, so we have to draw center line over here, center line over here, and center line over here, because it's a representation of a hole. Here you can notice, here small plus is there. Notice the small dashed cross in the middle. It is a correct practice. You should not draw a big plus at the center over here. It's a wrong practice. So you should small dashes cross in the middle. It's a standard drawings of line types. And here also you can notice the center line connects between features in the same view. Here center line is there, here is the center line. So here throughout the center line should not be drawn. This center line and this center line both should be joined with a small light line as drawn over here, as shown. They should be connected with a solid line. Now creating an orthographic projection for this object. Now let me take one exercise. Decide how many views are needed to represent this object. So this is an object. How many and which views are necessary to represent the object? Obviously, one view is front view. In front view you can visualize this would be the object, and second is the top view only. With the help of front view and top view, we would be able to visualize the total isometric view of this object. For procedural reasons, we will continue this example by drawing all three standard views. Of course, two views are enough to draw this object, but we will draw three views just to understand the concept. Draw the visible features of the front view. This is the front view. If you look from the front side, this object would appear as shown over here. This is to draw its top view. Let me take projections from here. Project these lines from here to here, and its top view would appear like this. If you look from the top, this circle would be visible, and this two dotted line represents this portion, this edge, which is below this plane and not visible to us. And these are the vertical projectors which are drawn over here. This two dotted line represents the circular hole, and these horizontal projection lines are used to draw right side view of this object. This is a meter line which is drawn at an angle of 45 degree. Take projection from top view, and they cut this meter line at some points. From that we can transfer the points to its right hand side view as drawn over here. So draw the projectors over the 45 degree line and draw it. Line and down up to here and then down. So this is the right hand side view. It could be drawn like this. So if you look from the right side, the circular hole is there, which is represented by dotted lines, and this edge which is there inside, not visible from right hand side view, so represented by dotted line, starts from this end and ends to this end. Project back if needed. Draw center lines where necessary. Here circular hole is there, circle is there, so in the circles we have to draw center lines like this. Here also center line should be drawn, and here also center line should be drawn. Now these two dimensions are equal. You can see here height and width, height in the top view, width in the right hand side view. Similarly, these are two adjacent views, and these are two adjacent views, and these two views are related views, right hand side view and top view. If you draw right hand side view and top view, it would be difficult to imagine the object. So in this case, front view is a compulsory view. Compulsorily we have to draw front view, then after we can draw either top view or right hand side view. With these two views we can represent this full object. And this is the completed drawing of the same object, front view, top view and side view. Now one more exercise. Shade in the surfaces that will appear in front, top and right side views. A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. These are the surfaces of this object. Estimating the distances, draw the front view, top view and right hand side view. Identify the surfaces with the appropriate letters in the orthographic projection. So let me draw this exercise. So for that, first we have divided these planes. Name the various planes. This is plane A, plane B, plane C, plane D, E, F, G and H. In front view, from this side is the front view, from this side is the right hand side view, from this side it's top view. Shade in the surfaces of the front view. In the front view, which surface would be visible to us? Shade those. Say B, this B surface would be visible. So that we should shade like this. Shade in the surfaces to the right hand side view. Draw the front view and identify the surfaces. In front view, B, C and F, you can see here, this B, C and F would be visible to us. B and F are the true shape of the plane and C would be foreshortened. So this is shown by red colored portion that would appear in the front view that we have drawn over here. Surface B, this one which is represented over here. Surface C, this one which is represented over here, and surface F which is represented over here. So this is the front view. Notice the horizontal and vertical projectors which are drawn from here. Now shade in the surfaces of the right side view. Now we are going to draw its right side view. If you look from the right side, which surface would be visible? This blue colored portion would be visible to the right hand side view. So we have to draw this blue colored portion over here, that is A plane would be visible, which is shown over here. Now what's about these edges or this step? So that will not appear in the right hand side view, hence represented by dotted lines from here to here, here to here and after this. This dotted line represents this portion. Now think about top view. Shade in the surfaces of the top view. In this top view, if you look from the top, which surfaces would be visible to us? Draw the top view and identify the surfaces. So for that, this green colored portion would appear in top view. If you look from the top, this green shade, that is surface C, plane E and plane G, plane H and plane D, that would appear in top view. So which is drawn over here? Plane C, E, G, H and D. So this is the top view of this object. I hope the solution of this problem is clear to you. In this problem also, three views are needed: A, front view, top view and right hand side view, because it's not symmetrical in all the sides. In two views also we can represent all the details, but it would be difficult for the observer or for the learner to visualize the object. Now next, multi-view orthographic projection. What is multi-view orthographic projection? So multi-view orthographic projections are a part of parallel projections. In this type of drawing, the observer is considered to be at an infinite distance. The projecting lines are thus parallel to one another. Suppose this is an observer, this is an object, and these are the lines. Actually, these lines may not be parallel to each other. Definitely these lines will not be parallel to each other, because we are not looking this object from infinite distance. Here is the eye. So from eye to these edges, inclined lines would be there. But in case of orthographic projection, we assume that the observer is looking from infinite distance, and all these projection lines, these are the projection lines, are parallel to each other. Hence, theoretically, we are unable to visualize this surface. Practically, we will visualize this surface, but to draw the orthographic projection, we neglect this surface. This is the projection plane. These projections are also orthographic since the projecting lines are perpendicular to the projection plane. If we draw this projecting line perpendicular to this projection plane, this is the orthographic projection. Like this. If we look from here, this shape would appear like this, hence this is an orthographic projection. And this angle is 90-degree angle. Hence we are looking from infinite distance. Another distinguished element in multi-view projections is that one of the faces of the object to be drawn in placed parallel to the projection plane, like this. This is the cutting plane or projection plane. This is an object. If you look from here, this is the front view. The observer can only see one side at a time. We can see only one side, this side only. We are unable to see this side. That is assumed or presumed in this assumption. That is why in most cases one must draw several views of the object to portray it completely. So more views are needed to represent any object full details. Like this. Same object which is moved, and this views is visible from here. And another view, front view, side view, another view of the same object which is represented over here. Now one very important aspect of today's discussion, that is precedence of line. Which line should be drawn first whenever overlapping of line is observed? Order of importance in case of line should be, first we should draw visible line, after that hidden line, and after that center line should be drawn. What's the meaning of this precedence? So for that, let me take one example. So this is an object, and these are the three views of this object. Now if we think about these edges, if you look from here, this edge would appear, transfer these lines from here, there is a hole, so dotted line should be drawn from here to here to represent this inner edge of this circular hole. This dotted line represents this circular hole inside view. This edge is there. Here is also edge which is not visible, so represented by dotted line over here. Here center line is there of this circular hole, so this is a center line. And you can notice here, we have gone to some wrong place. I'm extremely sorry for having such kind of disturbance. We are discussing about precedence of line. Which line should be drawn first, that we were discussing. This also we had discussed. This we had discussed. Now about precedence of line. Yes, this one. This we have drawn. Now this center line is drawn over here. This is the center line of this circular hole. Now you can see here about this edge. This edge is there, which is a full edge. So we have to draw solid line. So here two lines are there, that is visible line and center line. So we should give priority to this visible line, which is drawn over here. This visible line should be drawn. Similarly here, these two dotted lines are there, right? Two dotted lines to show these edges. Again here also edge is there, this edge, and here center line would be there. So this edge would be visible. So this dotted line should not be given priority. Full line should be drawn. Visible line should be drawn over this hidden line. Here center line would be there, right? Because it is a circular hole. And here also dotted line would be there for this edge. So we should give priority to dotted line, not center line. So erase that center line and draw this dotted line. So this example represents the precedence of lines. I hope it's clear to you. Now hidden line. The hidden line should join a visible line except it is extended from the visible line. Like this. This is an object. If you look from here, this is the view of this object. This type of shape would be there, and this is the dotted line to represent this edge which is behind this, which is not visible. So dotted line is drawn over here. This is the correct method to draw dotted line. Here it should be joined, and here some space should be left. Mind well, students do mistake over here. Here it should, T shape should be there, it should be joined. Here it should not join. Space should be left because line is extended over here. Here line is not extended, so joint should be there. This is the wrong practice. You should not draw the dotted line like this. Here it is touching, here the space is left. This is the wrong practice, right? The next, for the same case, this is an object and here is the dotted line. So this is a dotted arc. Leave space. Here space should be left. If it is a curvature shape, this is correct. And here space is not left. So no, you should not do this practice. Here in case of curvature shape, the space should be left. In case of straight line, space should be left. Hidden line should intersect to form L and T corners like this. In this shape, these are the hidden lines. If hidden lines are there, here L shape or T shape should be there. This is the correct representation of the object. Now let me conclude our today's discussion. So today we discussed about, these are the points which we have discussed today. Select appropriate view to be drawn as front view. Second, allocate other views as top view, bottom view, left hand side view, right hand side view and rear view. Insert all necessary dimensions once only. Dimensions should be inserted in any two views as far as possible. These are the references